Hi, good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of Guest House, Sweet Home for Patients and Families in Chicago. I am Dionne Smith, Director of Development, and I am excited to introduce my two handsome gentlemen to my right, to your left, who will be joining me this evening. So tonight's episode will be really unique, and I'll fill you in on that in a beat. But I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting with Art.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Dionne. My name is Art Sims. I am the Assistant House Manager at Guest House. I have been a fan of Guest House for a number of years, doing various things with the organization. I was at a point in my life where I wanted to repurpose myself, and an opportunity presented itself at Guest House, and I am now there, and it is a place of refuge, love, and harmony between the staff and the patients, and it's just really great.
And who do we have in the middle? We have a really special guest with us this evening, and why it's so special is because this person is actually one of our current guests. So this is a wonderful opportunity for you who are watching to learn a little bit more directly from those who we serve. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me, first of all. My name is Ray Bautista, and I am a patient of cancer, and I'm recently staying at the guest house. It is a great privilege to be here with them because not only have they been outstanding in taking us in, but definitely it's helped me go through my situation in a better way that nobody else can think of.
And that's what we're going to get into a little bit more in a beat. But what I really want to share with all of our viewers tonight, we're going to be focused this episode specifically on a diagnosis that affects millions of people every day, and that's cancer. As you well know, October is known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Kidney and Liver Cancer Awareness Month. But we know that all cancers are important to highlight because they affect so many of us on a daily basis. And the reason why Art and Ray are with me tonight is because they have a personal connection to cancer, and we're going to get into that shortly. But before, I want to share a little bit of information about why the guest house really cares so much about cancer, because of the people we serve. As you well know, from those who have been watching us since we started, we've told you that we support 700 families, patients, and their families a year. We provide 12,000 nights of service. So when you think about that number and you break it down and you dissect it, what does that really mean? Cancer is actually our top diagnoses that we serve. And in 2022, we actually served 155 cancer patients, and we provided 4,041 nights of service. That's a lot of nights of service. That was our top diagnoses. It's always been a priority for us here at the guest house from the beginning. And just to give you a little bit more information, in 2013, a new funder launched a cancer program which expanded our reach. Before, we could only serve patients at our partner hospitals. And to remind you, our partner hospitals are Rush, UI Health, Stroger of Cook County, and now UChicago Medicine. We could only serve those patients, but due to this wonderful partnership, we were able to accept patients from any hospital, which is a huge resource, as you can imagine. People who were not just inpatients, but outpatients. That's what we specialized in, helping cancer patients who needed extended outpatient treatment, such as chemotherapy, stem cell transplants, clinical trials, all of those really heavy-duty, long-term type of things where you need that support, we will able to really have those patients come and be served by us, which is really a wonderful thing. What I would love to mention is our most recent partnership with American Cancer Society. As Art knows, because he is in our guest service department, we started our partnership with ACS in 2020, which was an amazing resource because they were able to take over when that initial partner had to withdraw. We had this new partnership with the American Cancer Society, and who wouldn't want to be partners with them, right? Because they are the largest supporter really in the world, I believe, when it comes to trying to support and provide assistance to cancer patients. So we started, and they sponsored a room that grew, and then they started giving us grant support, which is amazing. And that's where we are now with them. So we are really proud of being able to support cancer patients from any hospital, which is huge. So in addition to our partners, as I said, we now support cancer patients at Northwestern, Loyola, Weiss Memorial, and Hines VA. That's a lot. And we're going to continue to grow this because it's incredibly important to us. Now, as we talk about cancer and how it affects us, Art, I'm going to start with you. Mm-hmm. How has cancer affected your life? And would you like to share a little bit more about your background and how it really just changed your view, maybe, of healthcare?
Absolutely. At the time period in which I was diagnosed, there was no Obamacare. There was no easier way to get medicine. The medicine I was on at the time was $10,000 a month. I was faced with co-pays of $900 a month. Imagine just trying to keep a roof over your head, try to maintain employment. I was so ill back then that it was hard for me to maintain employment, but only for a few hours. And, you know, just a struggle in itself. So my heart goes out to anyone who is battling cancer and anything that has happened to them life-changing. My brother here, Ray, was living in, beautiful Puerto Rico, got sick, had to end up coming here. His wife shares an amazing story about how we were the only ones to answer the phone when she was trying to find treatment places for Ray. And to just know I now answer that phone, and my colleague Gabby and I hear such heartfelt stories. We just say hello, and people share their most inner feelings with us, and we've got to help them the best we can. So this has been a very moving experience, and I've met a lot of beautiful people in return.
Do you feel that because of your personal understanding of cancer that you're able to support the guests that come into our doors in a special way?
Absolutely. A lot of times when our guests come in, they have come to us either where they're on their way to being diagnosed for something, or they've just been treated for that something. And a lot of times they're so frail, and, family's very protective of them. But we actually get to watch these people go from frail to beautifully healed to going home. And so you develop a friendship with these people. You check on these people. Oftentimes we even see packages too many days in a row. We like, hello, where you at? We don't care if you done snuck away to visit the family, whatever. We just need to know because we're concerned about the people when they're under our care.
It's like everyone becomes family. That's essentially what happens when you come to the guest house. You literally become family. Right. That's why our tag is Sweet Home for patients and families in Chicago, because we really do try to provide a sweet home away from home. That's important. So I ask that you visit our website, www.guesthousechicago.org, to get more information about what we do and who we are. And as we talk about all of the wonderful guests, because that's what we call our wonderful medical patients. We call them our guests. As we talk about that, we're going to go to Ray now so he can tell us a little bit more about his story, because I think it's important for everyone to understand and hear what Ray's life was like before he was with us. You know, what was he doing? How was his life? How did he come to join us? Why don't you share a little bit more about that?
Of course I will. It might be a little bit difficult, but I will try to contain myself.
No.
I'm here for you, bro.
But my life started in Mexico City. I was born in Mexico City, and I came here to Chicago when I was 11 years old. And through the time that I was here growing up, I ended up meeting my wife, which is my girlfriend at that time. She's, you know, an amazing person. And we got married. We ended up having 2 sons. And I learned a trade here in Chicago, which was a custom cabinet maker. I was able to then, in the year 2000, take my business to Puerto Rico. And as I was in Puerto Rico, you know, things were going well. Business was doing pretty good. Then we got hit a little bit with Maria, of course, the Hurricane Maria, then COVID, earthquakes, and so on. So things started to kind of break down a little bit. But I did not know that inside my body, there was something growing on my left kidney. And on June 6th, 2022, I was diagnosed with kidney carcinoma. It was a tough hit because I was not expecting that. My family was not expecting that. But I know that God and La Virgen de Guadalupe are with us because they definitely helped me go through a situation that not too many people can confront. Then doors began to open. June the 25th, we moved from Puerto Rico to Chicago. Literally getting off the airplane, going directly to the emergency room in Stroger Hospital. There was an amazing team of people waiting for me. 3 nurses that were right on top of me, just, you know, sticking needles, doing all these tests, redoing everything that the amazing doctors in Puerto Rico did for me. And beside me was my wife. I call her my sword and my shield. She is my caretaker. She's been helping me throughout this situation. My 2 sons in Puerto Rico, I love them with all my heart. And that's something that gives me the strength to keep on going. Because you have to love life. And God gives you that faith. And you have to love your life and you have to love your family. And in that sense, since I love my life and I want to keep on living for them, that's the reason why I'm here. While I was recuperating at Stroger Hospital, my wife was trying to look for places for us to go to. No answers. Finally, she got a hold of the name Guest House. She called, and within 2 rings, the phone was answered. Her prayers were answered. She was able to find a place for us to recuperate, where I could be taken care of, where I could be seen. To me, Guest House has been an amazing place that has given me that opportunity to say it's a home away from home. These 2 amazing people and the rest of the group of people that are at Guest House are just incredible. They're incredible human beings. To me, they're angels falling from sky. I do believe that. They were born to do this type of work. And the amazing thing that they've done for us, for me, for my family, to make them feel comfortable, it is just incredible. So I share my story with you to let you know that there is a lot of help. That all you have to do is help yourself also. Don't leave it all to God, or, you know, don't ever question. Just say, what can I do? And your prayers will be answered. the same way that our prayers were answered. I did call my friend over here, my brother from another mother, because we were actually, doing in the cheering, as you saw sitting down at that picture that you saw there. We were cheering on the marathoners this Sunday. It was just an amazing experience. And as you can see, I have an orange jacket, which represents within me the type of cancer that I had. And I want to say I had because
Amen, brother. Yeah.
I know that down deep inside, my body has been healed. Whether there's something else that might be coming, I know that I will have the same strength. I know that these amazing people here, they will be right behind us, helping us the same way that they can help you. So don't ever give up. Don't ever say, this is it. There's no hope for me. There is hope. The one thing that I tell you is love your life.
Yes.
Love your family, because that's what's going to give you that strength. And
I think with what you just talked about, what I would love for you to mention when you think about what it took, the strength it took for you, number one, when he was diagnosed in Puerto Rico, to leave his home to travel because he was committed to getting some care. That's key.
Amen.
That you do what you have to do in order to heal, hopefully, in order to try to attract the best care possible. And we are really blessed that in Chicago, we have some of the top doctors in the world. And the fact that we're here, right here in the Illinois Medical District, as you see in the background, the fact that we're here and because of the services we provide, we're able to have wonderful people like Ray be able to get this top life-saving care because they're able to stay with us. That's why we need you all to think about what you need in order to get better, in order to heal in every way. Today is World Mental Health Day.
yes,
So you think about all of those pieces of the puzzle. When you're diagnosed, I can only imagine that's a shot to your psyche.
it is.
I can only imagine that you're feeling all kinds of things. Can you all go into what you were feeling when you were diagnosed? Like Art, can you go into, if you can share even a little of what you were thinking when you were diagnosed?
Let me run down the list. Anxiety, depression, loneliness, lack of appetite, adjusting to medication that you've never taken before, it didn't work, just losing teeth. I mean, it's not an easy journey. Your body is taking in something that is never experienced before. And so there was a plethora of issues then, and there are a plethora of issues that continue now. And so it's always best that people try to find the best support system. In my case, I never met someone that was brown like me that was going through a cancer. I was always matched up with other races. And I'm like, you're in Vermont. I'm in war-torn Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I need to talk to somebody that understands brother to brother what the battle is about. And so that's been a great journey with Ray as well as the other patients that I take time to talk to at Guest House. I love it.
So what was it for you? What was your feeling when you were diagnosed, Ray? What were your thoughts?
Well, my very first thoughts were not how did it happen? Why was the caretaker of the medical system that was taking care of me not really seeing and understanding my questioning to her? I asked her, can you please give me a full body scan? I've been a custom cabinet maker since 1983 and working with contact cement, working with lacquer thinners, working with stains. Reading the labels that I did read, it did say fumes may cause cancer. So I was trying to be proactive in making sure that I was being checked. It was just
Wow.
it became to me like if I was a number, not a human being.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was about 3.5 years ago that I asked that question.
Mm.
When my doctor, one of the best urologists in Puerto Rico, Luis Vieira, diagnosed me with the cancer on June the 7th, he said, Ray, you have this cancer growing inside of you for about 5 years already. Not only did I have, cancer on my kidney, I ended up having a, thrombosis on my left leg, blood clots all over my body. So the high risk of me flying from Puerto Rico to Chicago, because the operation was not going to be able to be performed in Puerto Rico due to lack of medical assistance in what is machinery, because either it got damaged because of Hurricane Maria, or the funds for fixing these machines, they were not going to use it for one person like me. It was not an option. So he said, Ray, the only thing I can do is refer your case to the outside world, which is the United States. He did send out my information to Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and to one of his colleagues in Florida. But then my wife and I, we held hands, we cried. We said, you know what? We're gonna beat this.
That's right.
We're gonna fight and find what we can do then. Finally, we looked through our phones, and sure enough, a door opened. Dr. Thomas Ladd of Stroger Hospital. He was the man that admitted me. He took my case and then referred it to one of the best oncologists here in Stroger Hospital, Dr. Courtney Howell. And they just said, Ray, come in, you are going to be helped. And today, it's been a year and 2 months and a few days that I've been alive again. I've been given a second chance in life. I've been given the opportunity to keep on creating beautiful moments with not only my family members, but with these beautiful people here at the guest house. I am blessed, we are blessed, and trust me, people will be taken care of at the guest house. And that's probably, my thoughts were not negative.
Yeah.
I know that you asked me that question, but I did not have no negative thoughts. I just wanted to live so I can keep on sharing my life with my family, and that's all.
Well, you know what? It's good to see both sides. Everybody has a different experience, right? Nobody knows what you're going through. Nobody could ever tell you what it's going to be. Everybody's experience is different. So I think it's important for our viewers to understand that it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you're going through, depending on your diagnosis. If you need us, please reach out.
Absolutely.
Please reach out to us. What you need, obviously, and Art knows this better than anyone else, you need to get a referral from a nurse navigator, a social worker, or a doctor. They will call our guest services team, and then they will find out the best way they can help you. Because as you can imagine from what we talked about this evening, hundreds, millions of people are going through cancer each day. We only have 47 apartments in our location here, located on Damon and Polk. So we try to do our best as much as we can to help you. So please be patient with us. We will try to help you the best way we can. We're a small nonprofit that does big things. We try to change the world. We try to change lives. We try to save lives. So just be patient with us. We will try to help you the best way we can. And I just want to make sure that everyone understands this is just a small sample of the people that come through our doors.
Amen.
This is just a small sample. We have a lot of wonderful stories that hopefully we'll be sharing with you as we continue to go along these months. We want you to continue to tune in every second Tuesday of the month so that you can hear a little bit more about what we do and who we are. And we also want to take the time to thank everyone who ran in the marathon for us on Sunday. Thank you, Teen Guest House. You're amazing. We appreciate you. We're so grateful that you took moments out of your schedule to put in the hard work, to put in the commitment, to do something incredible, run in the 2023 Bank of America Chicago Marathon, which was a banner year. So we're leaving on an up note, right? Because it was a banner year. All of these world records were shattered. Records in every division were shattered this year on Sunday, October 8th. So we want to thank our Teen Guest House. We are so grateful for you. And we also want to say, if you want to join our team, go to our website. You can also still give us some money. So we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.